Steve here from Advanced Global MSP Coaching. And the question that's before us is that when we go to show all, how do you organize it? We have this ready to engage widget sorted by next SLA event. And the question is, when you go to show all, how do you maintain this? This is our basic tech dashboard, ready to engage. These are tickets that the techs can work on at will. This is in essence their work list, and it's organized by the next SLA event due date. This is when they're scheduled to work for the client. Again, until next Monday, Tech 3 is free to work their ready to engage widget. And then when we were building these dashboards, we noticed the tech skipped over a lot of tickets. So we moved the waiting tickets over here, and they're sorted by last activity date. So I'll pause here for a minute because you're looking at this and you're going, Steve, this doesn't look like my dashboard. That's because this is the major release that's coming at the end of January, February. Depends on where you are in the world. This is the new 2025.1 major release that's getting all the hype. It's a lot more cosmetic than actual improvements. It is easier to use. There's a lot of things I like rather than having a menu at the top, we have this less nav and we can collapse that. So that's kind of nice. I have icons here. Should save me a couple of keystrokes. And then once you click on an icon, it changes to the old drop-down menu with an arrow to go back there. That's kind of nice. I like this search better. In this search, you can see contact first name. That was the last search I used. Much more of a sticky, much more of an ease of use. Contact first name. I could put Sally in here, and it would find all the Sallys in the database. So it's a little bit nicer. Not a big deal. I mean, we've had this drop down for a long time, but it hasn't been as nice and user friendly as this is. Dashboard selection is still over here. My selection still over here. Calendar is over here. Hasn't changed, but they have moved the create over here, and of course changed that. It's more of a pop-up menu, and then I use create a lot of service desk stuff, so ticket, recurring knowledge articles is all open for me to get to. So it's a little bit handier in that it's more compact, and then you just expand. If I was an account manager, I probably would use CRM. If I was a service manager, I might have timesheets open. But typically, I keep service desk open, so it's kind of nice. The favorites moved over here. No change in favorites. It's exactly the same as it is. It just moved from here over to here. The recent items has been over here for quite a while, along with links and your help, your different areas of your help, your client docs, as well as the Kaseya community has been here for quite a while. So that's nice. This is kind of new. If you're an Autotask system administrator, you can click here and get right straight to the Autotask admin module. I get there under my favorites. I just click the yellow star, and it's been here at the top of the bookmarks. So it's saving me one keystroke every time I go to the admin module because I can just click on it here. The other thing is this is a top line dashboard filter. It used to be over here under the title, and now it's over here under Tech 3. And so I can cycle through. Your add a widget is here rather than the plus sign down here. And that's a little nicer. And there's a place where you can say add the widget in the next available space, as well as over to the bottom. This is where you get to your tab filters. You can refresh, get to your tab settings, and publish your tab settings. That's another thing that I'd like to point out. Let me just duplicate this real quick. and go to my demo dashboards. I'm there. So you can see an icon here telling you it's a shared dashboard. It used to be it was italic if it was a shared dashboard. Now they gave you an icon, and if it's not shared, there's no icon in front of it. It's just the name and that. But other than this, it's pretty much the same. And there is, when you go into tab level settings, there is now 3 different settings. Standard, which is the same way we've always been managing dashboards. Fixed 4-column widgets, or advanced. And I'm running in advanced. There's only one today. I only see one advantage to running in advanced. I'm sure they're going to build out more, but you can grab the corner of a widget and you can change the size. There we go. So you can change the size. You can change it back and make it longer and narrow. You'll notice it always goes in box chunks, but it's better than nothing. So there you go. That's a run through of all the features. I read the release notes. This is all of them. In addition to these user interface improvements on the dashboards, and I've gone through the list. This is all of them. There are 16 fixes and 1 other improvement. So out of the 6,127 feature requests that are in the Kaseya community, they are pushing out 16 fixes and 1 improvement. So compared to the major releases we used to get from Autotask, and really the ones off that we used to get from Datto, it's a pretty light major release, just improving the cosmetics a little bit of the new dashboard. So now let's get back to our question. Our question is on the Ready to Engage. It's sorted by the next SLA event because of the way the settings are. If you've never been into what's now called Edit, it's no longer called Settings. You go to the bottom, go to Options, and you get this next. That's what I'm sorting on. Display data based on, same thing as sorting. Next SLA. So if you've never been in the bottom, this is how you set the default settings for the widget. I can change that on the fly, and just like I'm going to show you in a moment when we get into show all, where this is a sticky based on my login. So even though the default is next SLA, you can change your sort order. And then when I go into it, this is kind of nice. It's always been here. They've had this drop down. They've changed the icon a little bit, but it's been here before, along with this drop down and putting a time entry right here without actually going to ticket detail is kind of nice. Ticket history is brought out. So there's a couple of new items in this list, but other than that, it's the same as it's been. So the question is, when you go to save all, how do you set it so this sort list follows the widget? And you can see here that I've sorted by next SLA event, but quite frankly, that's not because of where the widget is. That's because the last time I was in show all for that widget, this is the way it was sorted. If I sort it by last activity date, I get an error, go figure, and hopefully when I click refresh, it'll come back as opposed to crashing. I'm in Autotask dev environment. That's why I have the advanced view for the dashboards even before early release. Notice that I refreshed and it brought me right back to where I am. That's another feature in the new release, is that when you duplicate tabs, so if I duplicate this tab, it's going to take me right back where I am, not to my landing page in the settings. Really another nice feature. So we sorted by SLA. I wanted to change it to sort by last activity date. Okay, we won't do that again until Autotask fixes the bug, probably in the next major release, right? Another 16 fixes. Hopefully that is one. What do we want to do? Sort by create date, maybe? Will that work? Nope. All right, I got to find something else to sort by to show you what I'm doing. And just about the time you're the only one that has these kind of challenges with Autotask. And quite frankly, I have a lot of sessions open on my dashboard. It could be the way I'm set up in my dashboard. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to demo this, but I have tested it in other places in Autotask when I wasn't recording my screen, which may be what's interfering with this. And it's a sticky with the last person. Everybody can reorganize their list. And when you go back in, it's not following the widget. It's following the way the last place. So I'm not in the design anymore. Now I'm in use. As you can see, we only have refresh. Let me try it here and see if I can. So it's sorted by next SLA. Ha! So now you see it's sorted by last activity date. I'm going to go back into the widget. I'm going to jump over to another dashboard. This is our service coordinator open ticket management dashboard. Go back to the tech dashboard, kind of erase anything there, go to show all. And you can see it's still sorted by last activity date. This is user sticky. So however I sorted it last time, you can't, to my knowledge, you can't lock it down to always sort it the way the widget's sorted, which is what you're asking. Sorry. But I hope skating through the new UI that's going to get released here in the next couple weeks, January, February timeframe. I hope this sneak preview has been helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me at sbuzzy@agmspcoaching.com or go to our website agmspcoaching.com and just fill in a form. Filling in a form, it's sent to me and I'll respond to you from there. So whatever works best for you, just reach out to me if you have any other questions. Or if you want to see a live demo of the dashboard, just reach out to me. Happy to help, and I hope you have an awesome day.